Hey, how you doing? We're gonna try to maybe read these blogs a little bit so that for people that really don't like to read very much, the blogs would be available to them. So I'm going to read this blog entitled "The Difference Between Specialization and and Adaptability." Good, that's easy for me to say. All right, and hello. Hopefully you all enjoyed the last blogs. I thought I might spend a little more time discussing the differences between specialization and adaptability, okay? A big problem with specialization is, it's too specialized. If conditions are not perfect or near perfect, it can adversely impact the survivability potential of an individual. We've seen this with certain species of plants and animals. The slightest change in conditions and bye-bye. Think about it. How well could something that needs perfection to survive in an imperfect world? It's not going to make it. Or something that demands specific conditions in order to function, the best it could do is dysfunction until it eventually faded away. That's something to think about. I'm sure you can think of many examples, right? I once read that a person can really only do one of three things: expand, stay the same, or contract. And since one cannot stay the same in this universe, one can only expand or contract. Adaptability is expansion, whereas specialization is contraction. And isn't expansion livingness anyway? Sadly, most reach a point and begin to contract, working the same job, living in the same house, shopping at the same stores, driving the same cars, fixed in time, place, and thought by rigid convictions. I really don't think we were put on earth to work our backsides off to find a comfy place to sit and wait for the Grim Reaper. Do you? In our office, we see people who work out and lift weights. They are in great shape for all intents and purposes, right? One day, a friend or a neighbor asks them to help move a sofa and into another room. You can see where this is going or is heading. And you're right. Our exercise guy ends up hurting his back. And why? He trained to do bench presses, squats, and curls, very specific motions, but did not train to lift sofas. See the difference there? Specialization, adaptability. Too much specialization, and when called upon to adapt, he failed. Consider people who require special diets, or at least at least think they do. You've been out with people like, oh, I'm a this, and that. And it's like, hey, that's great. So you're just going to sit there and starve while everybody eats, right? At any rate, consider people who require special diets, or at least who think they do. That's funny to me. Do they simply starve because they were unable to find pureed, organic, locally grown ambrosia served on a very specific gold platter by very, very specific gods? If so, they're not going to survive. I've gotten myself into a bit of a situation. I sleep in one position all night long using a specific pillow in a specific bed. Should I go out of town, I have to bring my pillow, but sleep is difficult for the first couple of nights. I'm not too bad off, but eventually, if I do not work at adapting, I might only be able to sleep if everything is perfect. Good luck. One must be able to change or expand fixed ideas. Think of politics. Candidate X is the best person for office. Most will vote for their party and often elect a lesser candidate. Again, the difference between specialization and adaptability is that we all suffer the consequences. One can become so locked in their own beliefs that his or her survival potential, including everyone else's, is indeed in jeopardy. Here's the point when considering adaptability. It's not about determining what is right or what is wrong. It's about being able to consider that which will work given the situation and being able to change so as to promote the survival of not only oneself, but others as well. And if you've read any of these books, I'm real big about others. And that's the whole purpose. I mean, believe it or not, I understand we were put here on earth to serve others. And if that's the case, who's going to take care of you, right? Well, others. That's why you take care of them. A person has to be able to roll with the punches. How cool would it be to simply be in the moment and coolly and calmly be able to determine the best course of action regardless of your opinions, attitudes, beliefs, and or training. That's adaptability, and it is something that we can all live better by. And you know what? This would be your opportunity to shine. It's not rise and shine, but rather adapt and shine. Surprise yourself and do something in a situation that was uncomfortable and make it go right, despite yourself. Do that thing at the moment if you thought about it you didn't think you could do. We all need to shine, and the best way to help others shine. I'll say that again. We all need to shine, and the best way to help others shine. Now that would be an adaptation. Take care, Dr. Dave.